Hello loves, welcome. Hope you're having a good day so far. So this video is gonna feel a little out of place because I'm filming this right before I go on my trip. I'm not sure if I'll be able to edit it, maybe, possibly, but all I know is that this week has just been crazy for me. And when I say crazy, I just have been so focused on getting all the packing done for Korea and Japan, as well as just getting my interviews done, because this week I had 2 interviews and I think they all turned out okay, but right now I'm kind of in between looking for another job just because I want to try a different career. And yeah, so super excited about that because I've been in the same career for about 4 to 5 years, obviously in different companies, but I think after being in 3 different companies in the same job, it made me realize that maybe in the long term I want to do something different and not the same thing. So I think it's always good for a good career change once in a while, especially when I'm just going through my mid-20s crisis, right? But anyways, yeah, so I'm very excited for Korea. I have a whole lot planned because I'm getting my hair done and I'm getting my eyebrows fixed. I've had microblading actually done about a year ago and they've just not turned out so well. So I'm gonna get it redone in Korea, or fixed at least, and I'm also getting my nails done. So I grew my nails out a lot, which I usually never grow my nails this long because they'll break by the time. But yeah, very excited. I'm going to show you today some things I'm going to bring to the airplane. It is going to be a 15-hour flight, luckily no stops. So I'm going to need a couple essentials. I think since our flight is going to be around 1 o'clock, I don't think it's going to be too long of a flight. Kind of wish it was in the morning because then it would feel like the evening when we get there. But regardless, we get there around 5 o'clock in Korea time. But in the US, it's going to feel like 3 a.m. And it is to get some sleep, at least 5 to 6 hours in the plane, so that when we arrive to Korea, we can get a little bit of dinner. And I'm really excited to go to the Dongdaemun night market. It's kind of like a midnight shopping craze area where you can buy a lot of, wholesale clothing and jewelry and makeup. So I'm so excited. My sisters kind of raved about how good the shopping is there. So we'll see. I will definitely be vlogging when I'm in Korea, so be on the lookout for that. But this is the travel bag that I'm taking along with this guy. Trust me, that's not blood. That's just like a little, I think, lip stain that exploded. But start with this gray bag. So this bag is actually a tech bag. But it's no biggie. Just keeping this as my beauty essentials bag. So I have my hand sanitizer. Of course, you need to sanitize your hands when you're in the plane because you'll probably be touching a lot of random stuff. And I have my hand lotion. So I usually don't buy anything this expensive. Obviously, this is a Chanel hand cream, and I don't think I would be spending $40 on a hand cream for myself. But I did get this from my mother-in-law, and it is pretty. Kind of reminds me of Eva from WALL-E. If you know the reference, you know what I mean. Kind of like a little egg shape, but it has a very light floral scent. It's very interesting because you can't really know if you're done with it since it is not transparent, so quite interesting. Next, I'm gonna take my wooden brush. This is just my brush that I got also from my mother-in-law, and I'm probably gonna have some quite dry, knotty hair, so I'm gonna need this to brush out my hair in the plane. Also, I do like this because I prefer combs, especially when it's wet hair, rather than brushes. Brushes tend to kind of pull on my hair too much, so I just like a wide tooth comb like this because it just gets on the right areas without pulling too much of my hair. Okay, next, this is my favorite perfume. I actually got this back in Miami, but this was from a Korean slash Japanese skincare store. This is called Liber Snow Sai. If you're looking for something that's a fresh linen scent, this is the perfect option for you. It just smells like fresh linen and baby powder. Had a baby. So it's my favorite scent ever. This is really great, especially if you kind of want to give someone the illusion that you showered and had a full body shower. Perfect scent for that. I also love the packaging because it's made out of glass. I'm gonna spray a little bit. Okay. I think it wet a little bit in my eyes, but we're all good. Then I have my eyelash serum. I think I just ate a little bit of the perfume too. This is my eyelash serum that I wear every single night. I like to wear it in the daytime too, especially when I don't have makeup on. This is the Epais Eyelash Essential Serum, and this is probably the only eyelash serum that I've tried that does not burn my eyes. I've had so many eyelash serums that kind of leave a weird red residue, kind of like to irritate my eyes, but non-irritative eyelash serum that I like to just bring around with me everywhere. And I like to just put this on even before mascara because it really hydrates that lash. And then I have my Clinique Sunscreen and Moisturizer Duo. I like this because I do not need to bring an extra moisturizer. And my sisters used to use Clinique for the longest time, and I kind of went back to this brand. It's been a while since I've actually used Clinique, but I think it works well. The only downside I have is it has only SPF 35. Sometimes it can leave a little bit of a streaky texture when I put on my skin, but for the most part it works really well, and it has not too strong of a scent. I wouldn't say it doesn't have any scent, but it has a very light scent that doesn't bother me too much. Now moving on to my other pouch. This is gonna be kind of my hygiene pouch where I keep all of my toothbrush and things I'll use in the plane. So last time this was a huge lifesaver. I am taking some makeup wipes even if I'm not going to be wearing makeup. Sometimes just dirt and face just ends up getting super dehydrated. So I like taking up a couple of these makeup wipes that are soothing to wipe away any dirt or grease that I have. I also like to put this on because right before I get off the plane, I've noticed that, again, my face looks like a grease ball. So wiping this all over my face just makes me feel like I washed my face. Then I'm going to be bringing my hand wipes. These are sanitizer wipes. I know the plane usually provides them, but it's always nice to bring my own, especially knowing that the plane is going to be huge and I can't always get the flight attendant's attention. So I like to just bring my own set of sanitizer wipes so that I can sanitize my table and just my hands before I eat. Then I'm taking a little face wash. This is the Neutrogena Grapefruit Face Wash that I actually kind of went back to recently. I used to use this in high school, and the smell of this is so nostalgic if you've used it before. It's like a really punch of grapefruit smell. This is a scrub, which I like because it kind of helps exfoliate the skin. So that's always nice. It has little beads inside of them, so I really like that. Next, I'm taking a little toothpaste, Sensodyne, which I actually haven't ever used, but I've heard really good things. My friend is a dental hygienist and she always raves about Sensodyne and Cocoa Floss, so definitely need to hop on her recommendations. I have 2 toothbrushes that are travel size, one for my husband and one for myself. So these are great for just brushing your teeth on the plane. And then last but not least, I'm bringing this just in case, a toenail clipper or nail clipper. My husband is obsessed with clipping his nails, which I tell him not to over clip his nails, otherwise they're going to start bleeding. But in case I ever get a cuticle, I can understand how it becomes very bothersome if you don't clip it. So I'm bringing this for the sake of emergencies. And that's pretty much it. Sorry if the focus was kind of going in and out. The room is getting a little dark and maybe that's why. But otherwise, I am very excited. I am definitely going to get some very good sleep tonight. And yeah, I will definitely update you on all the places that I get to visit in Korea. We're also visiting Busan, which is my first time as an adult going. I did go obviously when I was a baby and my mom told me about it, but it'll be a new experience being able to go as an adult. So very excited for that. But otherwise, I'll see you in the next video.